little 60 piece. That's only the neck though.
Last night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga, but we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it, and they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater and her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Left some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a ruler. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth it, Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wooty-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back, we ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God, nigga.
That wooty-woo, something. I know the police listening, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that wooty-woo, something. Nigga, cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running, swear to God, nigga.
Accept subject. Chrisean Rock says that Blueface got fucked into his gang. Speaking of...
Alright, with that being said, what's the deal, y'all? Rich Howard having TNN Trap News Network. Back in the same, like cracking the same here at TNN Trap News Network. It's like good news you can use, like good knowledge, though. You ain't finna get nobody's college, though. Tap in with the tap in to make sure, in fact, tap in with that good. Tap in. Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the good subscribe button. Everything we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network. News you can use, knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college. Hit us with a like, hit us with a comment, hit us with a good subscribe for everything we got going on. And if you want to be a part of the Trap News Network family, hit me up on Instagram. We finna jump into this content. Tap in with the tap in. Y'all know it's Sunday, so I don't go too long with the intro. But Wack and Adam talking about Blueface getting booked. Let's get into this content. Let's go.
Women talking about street stuff.
Well, sometimes a person will let their emotions get the best of them, so they say anything. She's from Baltimore. Let's not forget, she's a Blueface find during COVID. And Blueface already was who he was.
Right.
So she wouldn't know anything about what went on with him and his gang at the time that he was joining his gang. So I know she's visible, people know she is now, but people have to keep in mind that there was a Blueface already screaming famous Crip, screaming Scoop, screaming Schoolyard Crip way before he decided to put his time and energy into creating who he made her to be today. So she wouldn't know nothing about that.
Have you been part of this whole thing where she moved into the house for a while and then she got kicked out because she made too big of a mess? And he said that she was only allowed to live
too big of a mess is crazy
there because she was homeless at the time, I think.
I mean, that's what it was. You got to remember, I'm the only one with sole power of attorney over all Blueface stuff.
Okay.
Which we did.
Explain why you driving around in his G-Wagon. Got it.
That, we did that the day he had to turn himself in. So I just sit back and I let nephew run his play, and I respect his hand. Although I may not agree with some of the things he does when it comes to that, right? I still got to stay in my place as a man because he's a man. But he knows at any given time, regardless of what's going on, I can step in there and do whatever it is he needs to be done. But, you know, when you can't get your way and you think you know the way, you got to say something or do something. I mean, for the longest time, when he stopped talking about her, nephew laid down, people stopped talking. She didn't have no content. Regardless of what you want to say, anything relevant to her has to lead back to Blueface. All roads lead back.
No, that's actually not true at all. And it's safe to say that she might have kept him going. You being 100% honest.
The Blueface. So when she was hollering the other little basketball player name or hollering this other dude's name, nobody gave a f***, right? So, okay, I want to get back going. I seen the play. I'm going to start a Twitch account. What am I going to do? Hey, Blue, I wanted this to, you know, I'm homeless or whatever. Out of kindness, his heart, he allowed her to come back. What does she do? Go right in the studio in one of his rooms, go live on Twitch, takes a phone call from him that he don't know was wide open. And that day she initiated her Twitch account. But let me show you how karma works. The next day, you go down there to the prom thing in Texas and do whatever they say you did as far as kind of leaving the baby in the situation, right? And Twitch bans.
The Twitch never spoke out on that. Now Wack is just lying on this girl. Why does Wack always have to lie on Chrisean Rock? I don't know. Why does Wack feel like he wants to fight this girl? I'm not sure, but yeah.
Sure. So the play you ran on nephew, right? It didn't work for you anyway, right? Because he's in the jail cell in good spirits right now. He's in the jail cell trying to do the right things by people and for her.
She said he's been smoking the pookie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how she would know that unless she's in the jail cell.
We're going to have to really pay attention to him when he gets out to see if we get the vibe that he's been doing drugs in there.
Blueface is 20, 30 pounds heavier.
Right.
We all seen that.
You can get heavy.
You can get heavy and still do drugs in jail.
And be doing drugs, right?
No, how does that work?
I mean, not all the drugs.
Because you're in jail and you have nothing to do but to sit around and get high and eat all day because you have the financial status to do both in penitentiary.
To make you not eat.
Drugs suppress your appetite. Drugs keep your money flowing elsewhere.
Donnie, you think you could get fat and be a druggie, right?
Not if you are yet.
Years of doing it.
Yeah.
He ain't been in there but 18 months.
Okay.
16, 17 months is like, now if you already a heavy person, that's just what it is.
But he's going to look crazy to us either way with all these new face tattoos.
He already had face tattoos.
I know, but
he got a big ass goddamn.
Yeah, and that looks terrible. The face tattoos he have now are just horrendous.
George Washington.
George Washington on one side, he always
I
had
thought it was Benjamin Franklin. It was George Washington.
schoolyard going down his face. You know, he had his whatever he got right here, his little eating drip thing right here.
Oh, yeah, what is that?
His eating drip thing.
The drip is such a weird tattoo thing because you remember at some point Lil Xan got that too. It just got like dripping from his eye.
Nah,
Ew,
Blueface letting you know. About? He letting the female know right in front of him. You know what I'm saying, baby? If you do right and you is right, I eat your ass up.
There's a few things.
You know, I can't get mad at nephew because
I don't think that you should. Okay, if you're gonna get a tattoo on your face, I don't think you should get a face on your face. That's rule number one. It's very strange and hard to process. And I realize I have a Lisa Simpson face on my face, but
I'm gonna say you weirdo. You got.
I'm just saying. I think in general, face on the face is a weird look. In addition to that, I think the dripping from the mouth or the eye is weird. I don't think you should do that.
Well, I don't think you as a man should pay attention unless it's on a woman's mouth. Because if we see it on a woman's mouth in our mind, we're going to say she swallows.
So you think it's gay to judge a tattoo?
A man's mouth tattoo, yeah.
I think
so. This is 100% now just all off the topic of Chrisean Rock saying Blueface got buka.
That ain't your place to do that.
A drippy mouth tattoo is just as bad as a nipple ring.
A drippy mouth tattoo is there for a female.
What kind of female are you talking about? What kind of woman is doing this besides a straight prostitute?
I can't believe you just let some words come out of your mouth. Did you just say what kind of woman is doing this?
Yeah.
We're going to move on to the next topic.
Why? Who's got... She don't got no face tattoos?
You just said what kind of woman is doing this?
Getting drips tattooed on her lip?
Drips?
Who does that?
Tattoos come in different forms.
You're trying to be spooky here? What are you talking about?
Tattoos come in different forms. Because you're saying drips tattooed on their lips. You know, it could be a permanent drip or it could be a drip that's plastered. You got to wipe off. But
what the hell is going on here? What are they even talking about?
Say, I don't think you're in a position to be talking about what kind of woman is doing this.
I know my way around.
Respectfully.
Would you allow her to get a face tattoo?
So basically, you're taking a shot at your Adam's wife because Adam's wife works as a corn on the cob star. He's taking a shot at Lennon. He's disrespecting his wife. Wack is very, very blatantly disrespecting Adam's wife. That's not really cool. Not really sure why Adam is all right with that, but you know, whatever, their business.
On over his head.
Would you let her get a face tattoo?
I think
you suck at making the joke that you're trying to make.
I'm not trying to make
And now he's trying, and now he's doing his best to re-emphasize that quote-unquote joke and disrespect Adam's wife.
Joke.
I get the joke you're trying to make. You're just doing such a bad job.
But what joke am I trying to make?
The Lena joke. Oh, ha, ha, ha. She's giving men head. But you could have done it in a funnier way.
All women give men head.
Well, you know what I mean. In recent memory. And not me. Yeah.
I took his ass around the corner. I took him for a ride on the beach cruiser.
Yeah, I think you should let me take her for a ride.
You couldn't handle that. That's a real woman.
I want to know that for myself.
That's a real woman. Listen, I love that I have a woman
Now you offering up your wife? Wow.
that people want. If you got a woman that don't nobody want, you ain't got nothing.
But what's the point of people wanting her if you don't at least once in a while give in?
I'm a black man. You know,
we all are.
Our culture and our history says that we stand as the dominant one. Y'all wore makeup and wigs and shitted on yourself and walked down the street with high heels on.
You are being ignorant to the generations of homosexual black men.
No, I'm not.
They have made a very important role in society.
All right, man. So with that all being said, we apply to the next one. Y'all know the deal. It's red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. It's Free Avenue Angel, so he's free. We are gone.